Hello, class. Today we'll be learning about the life cycle of a Blackberry. Can anyone tell me what they think the life cycle of the Blackberry is? Yes, Brenda. Plants and mammifers. Well, most you're missing a few pieces. Let's see and find out. The vocabulary. There's a life cycle. It's a series of stages a living thing goes through during its life. Can anyone tell me what other plant, animal goes through a series of stages during their lifetime? Yes, Jason. Everything. Pretty much, yes, everything does go through stages during their life. Um, Next vocabulary word will be fruit, which in this case would be the yummy blackberry that we get to eat. Can anyone else tell me any other examples of fruit? Ariel? Yes. Strawberries and blueberries, exactly. And our next vocabulary word will be seed, a young plant that has recently started to grow from a seed. Next, we have pollination, which is just the pollen from one flower to another. Can anyone tell me how how the pollen from one flower gets to the other flower? Bees, that's right. Good job. Bees. That's exactly how, as well as wasps or little tiny ants or hoverflies all help with getting the flowers pollinated. Germination is our next vocabulary word, which is the process of a plant starting to grow from the seed. So whenever you see the little seed with the little tiny little root, that means it's germinated. Okay, so our objectives today were to learn about the blackberry's life cycle and where the fruit comes from. We would also be able to identify the stages of the blackberry itself, and you'll be able to create a model of the blackberry's life cycle. So here we have a great example of the blackberry plant. As you see, we have the seed, we have the seedling, we have the young plant, we have the vine with no leaves on it because it's starting to grow bigger. And then it turns to a bigger vine, which eventually gets flowers on it. And then we get our blackberry. So y'all were right when y'all said we get the plant and then the blackberry, but you also didn't add in the plant growing or the flower. So right here is exactly how we get from the flower all the way to the yummy, delicious blackberry. So as you can see at the very, very end, on the left, we have a little tiny flower bud. It's a little ball that starts growing on the plant. And then as it gets bigger, we start to see the white inside, which would turn into the petals of a flower. And as it starts being bigger, it starts opening up so it gets to the full flower. And then once it gets pollinated, yes, from the bees, correct. From the bees and other bugs, it starts forming the petals on the